to go do. I do have a question for Tyler, and Tim, and I want to get your take on it because I think it's a wonderful question. It came out of the chat. Gabriel asks, Gabriel says they get swing trading, but not certain of position trading. Can you all just kind of describe what a position trade is to you?
Back on the NASDAQ for a sec, the Qs, any of it, Tyler? I think I'll answer first and maybe give an anecdotal response. If I'm swing trading, I might take profit here, okay? If I'm position trading, I would not. So you would have different, and that's just a hypothetical on this one here. But the reality is you have different management decisions as you're going throughout it. The standard answer is always time. You know, a swing trade, you're trying to absolutely capture the pure technical read on the chart. You got to catch the breakout clean. You got to manage it clean. If you hit a profit taking point on T1, T2, you have specific things that you're going to do. With position trading, you have rules in place. There's no question about it. And you have a specific trading plan, but you're going to be much more conservative with stop loss management. You're not going to pull trades off as quickly. You've got a longer term projection in terms of 1 or 2 months, maybe, where you're like, I want to catch the trend, and trend trading is a phrase there. Tyler, how would you answer that? Swing versus position trading?
Well, I'll let Emily go next and then I'll do mine.
Mm-hmm.
So for me, swing trading is what I would consider that short-term trading, right? I want to just be able to capture a quick move, take my profits, and then rinse and repeat it again if I can. Position trading, I'm planning on being in that trade longer, maybe 30 days, 45 days, and it's primarily going to be a cash flow type strategy. So it's not going to be a directional play for me. It's going to be primarily a cash flow strategy. With a swing trade, I'm probably going to look at it as a directional trade where I'm either buying calls or puts or whatever the case might be, and I'm trying to capture a quick move and get out of the trade and do it again. So with swing trading, your stop losses are going to be primarily a little bit tighter than they would be if you were doing a position trade. So for me, that's how I would identify what a swing trade is versus it's where I place my stop loss. It's where I decide I'm going to get out, and where I'm gonna have my stop loss take place.
Yeah, the only thing I would add is with a swing trade, let's say it's an uptrend. You're trying to buy support and sell resistance. You're just trading the swing, which is going to be 2 to 8 days. So you don't want to sit through a pullback, right? I don't want to sit through a 3-bar down if I'm swing trading. I'm buying at support, trying to ride the swing and sell at the pivot high or the resistance. Buy support, sell resistance. Position trade, I really like Tim's comment. Replace that with trend trade. I'm not trying to ride one swing. I'm trying to ride the entire trend. So naturally the duration is longer. Emily said 30 days, 45 days, whatever. It will depend on what strategy you're using. Are you buying stock? Are you doing a covered call? But fundamentally, you're trying to trade the trend. And so you will sit through a pullback for a position trade. You typically won't for a swing trade. You will for a position trade.
Matt, anything to add to those?
I just want to add a couple things and I'm going to steal the screen from you, Ty, if that's okay.
Yep.
A couple things. Number one, it comes down to strategy selection. It comes down to trade management. There's no doubt about it. It comes down to average time frame in a trade. But when you're looking at the difference between swing trading and position trading, I do see them fairly similar. Obviously, everything's a little bit looser from a position perspective. But when you're looking at a standard uptrend and you have a higher high, higher low, and you have a higher high, higher low scenario, right? The swing trader's intention is to try to pinpoint their accuracy on getting in and out at certain levels on that chart. And so as the swing trader is looking to trade what's called motive waves, right? So this is a motive wave, otherwise known as the higher high, higher low scenario. So the swing trader is simply trying to get in at support, either on the support bounce over here or on the previous breakout. And they're looking at getting out as the market starts to, identify that as a resistance zone. They then get out, watch the downward movement in price, which is called the bullish retracement. They look to get back in at support, get out at resistance, get in at support, get out at resistance. They're very technically driven. Typically, the time frames in the trade, you can put it 3 to 5 days, 5 to 7 days, 2 to 8 days, days to weeks, and it's very, very difficult to pinpoint that from a time frame perspective, because even though I look at the market being at an average of about 5 to 7 days, stocks can behave a little bit differently. So, typically we're like, okay, 2 days to 8 days, 2 days to 10 days, 2 days to a couple weeks. You give it that range because independently stocks can trade differently than the marketplace. A stock can go from support to resistance in 3 to 5 days, but it can also do that in 3 to 5 weeks. And so it's really what's known as pivot to pivot trading. And so you're trying to catch support, sell at resistance, catch support, sell at resistance. Whereas the position trader's mindset is, I don't want to micromanage this trade. I don't want to adjust my stop loss on a daily basis. I just want to be in the trend. And as long as the trend stays intact in this entire trend, I want to stay in the trend. So stop loss management is how you would handle that. And so instead of getting out at resistance with the intention, and again, i.e. quote unquote intention of getting in at the next support level, because we all know what happens, guys. We're all these precious little squirrels that chase every nut down the road, and we miss out on that next trade. And a lot of times you don't get in at support. You get in 3 days after the support bounce, and you don't get out at resistance. You get out three days before resistance. And so the position trader, Gabriel, says, I don't want to micromanage. I don't want to sit in front of my computer all day long. I just want to make sure that I am in this trade as long as the trend stays intact. And there's only one thing that stops a trend, and it is not resistance holding. It is support failing. And so as long as once that support level is formed, the position trader who has stayed in through the upward movement in price, had the patience to stay in through the downward movement in price, the swing trader's out, the position trader's still in, and the position trader says, okay, I'm not going to micromanage. What I'm going to do is I'm simply going to adjust that stop loss. So whereas the swing trader might be adjusting that stop loss all the way through this motive wave, the position trader doesn't do that. The position trader says, trend is strong, trend intact, I want to stay in the trend. When support is formed, the position trader takes their loose stop loss from over here, and then they adjust it underneath the new support level here. They adjust it under the new support level here. For example, let's take NVIDIA. As a swing trader, you're buying the breakout here, you're getting out at the resistance level here, most likely on that next day. And the only thing you would have captured is really these 2 to 3, 4 days of very, very small price action. Same thing happens here. Something remotely different happens there. But the position trader says, okay, once that breaks out right here or right here, I'm going to take a position, and then I'm going to adjust the stop loss underneath the pivots, underneath the pivots, underneath the pivots. And then eventually right here, you would have got stopped out. And so whereas the swing trader's getting in, out, in, out, in, out, some work, some don't, the position trader says, I'm going to stay in the trade as long as the trade stays intact.
I love the breakdown from all you guys. And Tyler, bring your screen back up if you can. We're going to work through the rest of the markets. Great question. Who had that question, Matt? Was it Gabriel? Great question, Gabriel. Love it. Love it. And I love the education there, guys. Let's keep working through the markets one step at a time.